You know, you're running an institution and it's not making money, and it's supposed to make money. You have to take a retrospect and find out why you are not making money. You're supposed to make money. Most of the parastatals, you're supposed to make profit every year. And if you're not making profit, you have to reduce the staff. Let me make one thing very clear for all the parastatals. The idea, the status quo, where every year you just make enough for your salaries and allowances, and a little bit, 10% above what you made last year, and I think that is something to be proud of, is over. If you are not making profit, you're going home. If for 2 consecutive years, all what you get is 5%, and when you look at it in realistic terms, in fact, you're losing money and not making money. The management is going home. Billahi wallahi ta'ala, there will be no compromise. Then we will get a management that will be able to make profit, because all the parastatals, the reasons why you are parastatal is because you're supposed to make money for the use for the national interest. I see no reason why you cannot, for some of you cannot contribute to national development at least every year. But if all what you do is just make sure that at the end of the year you manage what you have to a point where you say, oh yes, plus or minus you made 10%, you're supposed to make 20 million, profit of more than 20 million. And you think that you impress me by saying we made a surplus of $5 million. That's not going to happen. That's not going to be tolerated this year. And then some people had the crazy idea to come and say, oh, I think we need to bring back the bonus system. That is not going to happen. Civil servants work without bonus. They work every day. So who are you in parastatals that for you to perform your duties or serve your country, we have to induce you with bonus? That is not going to happen. You either work or go home. Because civil servants work, some of them are here up to 8 o'clock in the evening. And they are not even paid overtime. Some of you pay people for overtime. So why would you, because you made 2 million above what you are supposed to make and you are giving bonus, the bonus is dead. Let me make that very clearly. The bonus system is unacceptable. It is not fair too. One, you have big salaries above the civil servant, and for you to work again, we have to give you a bonus. That is not going to happen. So, if any of your staff is demotivated because the bonus system is off, let the person go home. Or you will go home if I get to you. Non-performance, we are not going to entertain that anymore. You perform below standard once, the next year know that if you perform below standard again, you're going home. And when you go home, you're also going to compensate government. So don't think that, oh, let me take a lot of money and go home and then set up my business. You make a grave mistake, because when you kick you out this time, you're going to compensate the government for the losses. So, it's been a long, but I want to be very clear, because 2013 there will be no tolerance. A lackadaisical attitude, or unpatriotic attitude, or dishonest behavior. We are not going to accept that. I'm also not going to tolerate the wastage of even one butut. If you waste any amount of money, you're going to pay it. We're going to surcharge you. And if you think, now let me resign and go home, we send you to jail. People can say what they want to say, but you cannot cheat the government, cheat the people of this country, and get away with it and sit down there and set up something else and start laughing. We're not going to reward anybody for dishonesty. We're not going to reward anybody for unpatriotism. We're not going to reward anybody for treachery. If you know that you cannot perform, leave. So, I always, as opposed to what people are made to believe, I always warn you before I take action. And I just don't warn you once or twice. But if you get the third warning, know that there wouldn't be a fourth warning. Because if you are a human being, you are told that this is unacceptable and you persevere, you don't expect a fourth warning from me. Also, when you are appointed, they tell you, you are appointed. Yes. So don't be a fool. You know, very soon they will dismiss you. The person tell you, say that you are inefficient, because I dismiss people for inefficiency or dishonesty. So if somebody say, you should know what to do before they come around and dismiss you, the person is telling you, it's an insult to you. Don't think that it's an advice, it's an insult. Because the person is telling you, you are either dishonest or you are inefficient, and that being the case, you're going to go home. There's no doubt about it. If I know you are inefficient, you're going home. If I know that you are dishonest, you're going home too. I do not expect anybody to be perfect, because I myself am not perfect. I do not expect any one of you to have the solution to all the problems, because if I had all the solutions to the problems, I wouldn't employ anybody. I would do it for the country on my own, and then avoid headache. So, as leaders, you have a choice to make. Before the 15th of this month, I'm giving you 14 days, 12 days, 14 days. I'm giving you 13 days to make up your mind. To either serve the country with honesty and without favoritism, or you don't want to. Whether you are fit for a position and that you don't need somebody to come and clean the house for you. For you to move forward, you should be a leader that is very strict and upright. You see, in any situation that you are, and in fact, if you want everybody to love you in where you work, you are a hypocrite and you are also dishonest. Why? You want to be a friend of thieves, dishonest people that the slightest chance they rip off your institution. You want to be a friend to somebody, to true ones who avoid work, close up early, and at the same time be a friend of those who are hardworking and even genius staff that are less paid. Now, we also thank God PSPMO is here. We have a problem in the cadre of secretaries, and I don't think there is any ladder system in secretaries. Also drivers. I think we must come up with a ranking system for both secretaries and drivers, because there is no clear-cut ranking system, and you see a secretary who has been there for more than 25 years, every year is only the salary increment by grading points. I think we must have a ranking system for secretaries and for drivers as well, even for cleaners. So we will also, I want you to, for all of us to brainstorm